Hi everybody, Red Hill Eagle here. Welcome back to the channel. This is episode 3 of our World of Sport relaunch series. So we kick off today's TV episode. I say TV, we're live on Facebook, whatever. I can't remember what they call it. I keep forgetting to look it up as well. Is it Facebook Live or Facebook Demand? Something, whatever. But here we are, and we are at the Lewisham Theatre today in front of 251 people. Doug Williams, the World of Sport Wrestling sort of owner, is in the ring. Last week we found out there's going to be an announcement regarding the management structure of World of Sport, and Doug Williams is sort of explaining that, you know, this thing has sort of kicked off a bit better than they anticipated, getting the Facebook deal and everything, and they kind of realised that they need someone with a little bit more wrestling knowledge is perhaps the wrong word, but someone with a lot of experience and perhaps someone who can bring a little bit more credibility to the company to kind of act as manager of the company. Also, sort of as he says here, there's a new World of Sport investor and general manager. This gets a rating of 37, but he announces who this person is, and then his music hits. And it's Kurt Angle. Yeah, and this is why we've done it. 62. This is why we've done it, because he's going to get us ratings. He's going to help. He's going to help get people over. So Kurt Angle comes out, and there's a bit of a pop from the crowd. You know, they're quite, can't believe it really. But he comes out, and immediately he starts slagging off the British people and British wrestling. And you know, we did it so much better in America. You guys are just way, way behind. I've come in to kind of fix it. I've come in to sort of show you guys how it's done, and I'll be showing you how it's done by bringing in some foreign talent. So this is just to establish the fact that he's a heel. He will be a heel. He is our general manager, but he's going to be kind of. I don't want to go down the Vince McMahon route of kind of like, you know, the authority but yeah, there probably will be. He'll be involved in a couple of little storylines here and there with some faces. But yeah, we've done it essentially. We just need some bigger names, and someone like Kurt Angle will help us get some better ratings. So yeah, enjoyed working off script, which I expected really. We've given him the Olympic gold medalist gimmick. It only got adequate, but I mean, that's kind of fine really. Microphone skill during angles is boosted, which is fine. Psychology during matches, it's unlikely he's going to wrestle at all. We may one day in the future have a kind of special, maybe, if he gets involved in that kind of storyline. It's not something I'm planning, but let's see where it goes. In a 45 rated match, it's tag team action. Jimmy Havoc teaming with Mikey Whiplash, taking on the Hunters. The Hunters are kind of the only sort of established tag team. I mean, we've got kind of a couple of others that are kind of tag team-ish. What I'll probably do for the time being is most tag teams will be made up of singles wrestlers, and they'll do both. The Hunters, though, I'm going to try and sort of stick to being solely tag team, but we'll sort of see where that takes us. Havoc and Whiplash, I would like to keep around as a tag team actually, because I kind of think they both have that kind of look. You know what I mean? Kind of like demonish, whatever you want to say. But yeah, let's get on with the details of the match then. Decent wrestling, but little heat. Jim Hunter and Lee Hunter defeated Jimmy Havoc and Mikey Whiplash in 12 minutes 19 when Jimmy Havoc was disqualified when fighting Lee Hunter. Joanna Rose then interviews Super Santos Jr. Now, Super Santos Jr. obviously had the match, the $5,000. I said dollars because TEW deals in dollars, but obviously it's pounds really. He stole 5,000 in the match where the match was for 5,000, but Super Santos just ran off with it. And Cruz, I spelled it Cruz here, but Nathan Cruz has obviously cut a promo on Santos Jr. But Super Santos now comes out and says, "Look, you can have a rematch against me all you want. You know, you might be able to beat the man, but you're not going to take the money." And that's pretty much it, really. Rating 21, pretty poor. Eric Redbeard, one of Kurt Angle's signings, takes on Lewis Gervin. So yeah, an American guy here. We've given him like a kind of Viking gimmick though. Viking Raider, but everyone sort of knows he's American or foreign. It's just, yeah, we'll sort of just say encompass it as foreign or non-British. So subpar wrestling, little heat. Redbeard got the win in 10 minutes 22 by pinfall with a full Nelson slam. Rating of 32. So the gimmick got an initial rating of great. Let's see if there's any kind of boosts here. Boosts to psychology during matches. Okay. Adam Blampide and Catherine Miller are kind of go-between guys, or they're kind of news anchors, but they're just sort of in the studio and they just sometimes talk. They're around, their personalities. They start talking about Kurt Angle and what to expect maybe from the world of sport going forward. What sort of philosophies he might introduce, the kind of guys he might try to sign. And then they are interrupted by James Drake, who comes out and he says that he's looking forward to the new talent, more people to take on. But first of all, he's got to deal with Joe Hendry and the title picture, the title situation. Yeah, so he's looking forward to some new talent coming through, coming in, more people for him to gobble up, as he says. And he says, that British wrestling, you might think it's behind, but it's not. We're real fighters. We're tough guys. We're not all this. The entertainment. Sure, there's a little bit of it, but we're real tough guys, and we'll be looking to take on. We're not scared of anybody. Then next up, it's Yeston Reese taking on Mustafa Ali, another Kurt Angle signing. He's been pretty busy since he signed on the dotted line. So about that had decent wrestling, but little. Didn't have much heat. It's worded it. Ali got the win in 13 minutes 7 by pinfall, but he had to use the ropes for leverage. So the first cheat win for one of our foreign guys. We have set them all to heel at the moment because we are doing a foreign invasion kind of story. I've not put it into the game as a foreign invasion, but maybe we'll pivot to that at some point. But at the moment, they're just coming in, sort of, making their debuts and making their impact. So yeah, Mustafa Ali getting a cheating win here against the Welshman Yeston Reese, rating of 46. Not too bad, that one actually. And then we've got a clip of Red Lightning's podcast where he talks to Kurt Angle. It's not been released yet, this clip, so it's a kind of exclusive. It's just a clip of the interview where he interviews Kurt Angle. And Kurt Angle, this was just to try and get a few people over. So Kurt Angle's mentioning, there is some great talent in this company. That's why I wanted to come in. You got the likes of James Drake and Joe Hendry, fighting for that title at the moment. Mustafa Ali, I'm bringing in. He's gonna, take on a few people and show you what it's all about. You got guys Styx, Lewis Gervin. They're all great, and of course Grado, a huge star in the UK. But the UK British wrestling has been missing something for years. I mean, not since the heyday of the 70s and 80s. But even then, let's face it, it had nothing on, us guys. And by us guys, he means Americans, but generally, kind of any non-British really. Again, putting over the fact that he's a heel, and just wanted to get him in an angle, mentioning some of these guys, just hoping they get a bit of pop from it. Rating of 42. Harry Smith making his first appearance in the relaunch of World of Sport Wrestling, taking on Wild Boar. Decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. But it's Harry Smith, who of course is British Bulldog Jr. really, defeated Wild Boar in 6 minutes 36 by submission with a sharpshooter. Rating 39. Yeah, not fantastic, but well, it is what it is. His gimmick got poor, which is a shame. Canadian Bulldog. I mean, yeah, he's Canadian, but I mean, I like to think that he's kind of like British at heart, So I'm not going to put him down as one of Angle's signings, but well, maybe Angle had something to do with it. But after the match, a mystery wrestler comes out and he attacks both guys. Oh, of course, I did forget to put Wild Boar on screen though, or just left him off screen for some reason, whatever. But we've got Cyanide at the moment, who's coming out. I mean, we said mystery wrestler, but obviously from a gamer's point of view, we know it's Cyanide. Some of the fans might know who it is as well, smart fans, but generally it's just a mystery guy coming out and he just beats people up. He did it last week, he's doing it again this week, and he leaves both Harry Smith and Wild Boar flat out in the ring while he just demolishes them basically and acts all menacing. Rating of 22. And we've got some tag team action. Now this, we had a kind of angle last week between these guys, and basically the winners of this are going to take on the Hunters to crown the first tag team champions. So we've got Joel Redman and Mark Haskins taking on Styx and Tyson T-Bone. But little heat and embarrassing wrestling, Joel Redman and Mark Haskins defeated Styx and Tyson T-Bone in 10 minutes 39 when Mark Haskins pinned Styx after using a foreign object. So yep, had to cheat to get the win because they are heels. Mark Haskins carried the match, so I mean, this is obviously the guy we've got to go with between these two. They did get the victory. They will be taking on the Hunters at our next Premier Live event. But for a main event, pretty poor. I'm pretty sure this was the main event, although I have got next segment there. I'm forgetting what I've done, but I guess we'll find out in a minute. Couple of little bits of green. Yeah, we didn't get the road agent note, which was interesting. Who was the road agent for this one then? Because he's obviously someone we've got to use. Who was the road agent? Ah, Doug Williams was the road agent. So when we've got sort of big matches, just try to use him when we can. Right, of course, John Robertson interviews Redmond and Haskins on their win. And they cut a promo on the Hunters just saying, you know, look, we've done it. You know, we've earned the right now to face you guys for the tag team titles. So, you know, whatever happens, let's just put on a good match. Let's just put on something for these fans. But, you know, just know this, that, you know, more than likely we're going to come out as the winners and we'll be taking home those belts. Rating of 32. What do we get overall? It's been pretty poor, to be honest. 35, yeah. Yeah, we've got a long way to go. I mean, bringing Kurt Angle in was kind of the start. I don't want to overdo it, but there's a couple of other people I'm half considering that I could bring in. I mean, they're only really going to be used for angles and maybe a special attraction match, maybe. But we'll kind of see. But yeah, 35. That's what this. Yeah, it's not good. We still got the not enough storylines, decent storylines going on. So that's something we need to fix. I might introduce a couple more. Probably need a slightly bigger more. Probably slightly need a bigger roster. Yeah, we'll get there. All right, so back in the office, no emails to deal with, which is a little bit unusual. Yeah, so our next big event is... Oh, I was looking at this one here. It's not going to be that one, is it? Let's have a look. What have we got for events-wise? So we are in March, so it's going to be... Oh, yeah, Underground. World of Sport Underground. I should probably change that to World of Sport Wrestling Underground. It doesn't really matter, I guess. World of Sport Underground. Just wanted a quick look at this, just to see if anyone has kind of gone up in perception. We've got a major star now. And Doug Williams is a star. Obviously, these guys aren't wrestlers, though, which is... Yeah, I mean, potentially they could, as I say, in a special attraction, maybe. I mean, we might just have to do it to get someone over. We'll see. Eric Red, we've got a couple of well-knowns now. I think we were stuck on just recognisables. So, I mean, all these unimportant, look at that. We just got to get them over. We've got to give people some wins. I'm half tempted to have, like, another special... Premier Live event in the middle of the month, just to kind of, like, I don't know, just give some people some wins. But we'll it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. We're trying to tell a story here as well. So I think that's kind of it at the moment. I'm going to leave the episode there. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give a like and subscribe. I am trying to keep these videos up to at least once a week for both this and the WCW98 series. I'm kind of doing a lot of things now in my personal life that doesn't give me quite as much time, but at the moment I'm still managing it. So hopefully I can sort of just keep that up. And yeah, I'll see you all again soon. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.